Hey going, I'm Phantom Cave Reviews, and I just wanted to celebrate happy birthday to the Phantom. He turns 90 years old today, so happy birthday, Phantom, and I'll be handing it over to the next person that will also be celebrating the Phantom's birthday on a very, very big milestone for the character this year on February the 17th. We'll see who else pops up on this very, very special day in celebrating the Phantom's 90th birthday. See yous!
Hi, Duncan Munro, joining Phantom Cave Reviews to wish the Phantom a happy 90th anniversary. The thing I like the most about the Phantom, as a PH fan, is his acerbic wit, which is usually accompanied by an appropriate amount of justice being meted out at the same time. What I enjoy the most about creating Phantom Adventures is getting the opportunity to meet a lot of the other Phantom fans, spelt with a PH, because they also make fantastic Phantom friends, also spelt with a PH. And I think the reason is that the aspects of those people, their virtues, their values, their sense of adventure, is what makes the Phantom appeal to them. And so it makes them great people to talk to, always entertaining. And for the other creators that I've been fortunate enough to meet, the reason that they are so good at what they do is they put so much of their passion for the character, combine it with their talent, and invest it into creating a Phantom adventure that is worthy of joining 9 decades worth of tales and many more to come. Happy birthday, old bean.
Hi Phantom fans and collectors, my name's James Lee, aka Jimmy James on Facebook and Enter the Phantom on Instagram. I was kindly asked by Bradley Kelly a question that, what is my favourite thing about the Phantom, the character, over the last 90 years? And for me, it's 2 things. Firstly, I absolutely fell in love with the Phantom at a very young age, been collecting since I was 7 or 8 years of age. I've always loved reading the Phantom comics. It's been such a great character. I've loved the adventure. One week, the Phantom's sort of fighting the Sing Pirates or the Sky Band, to other weeks bringing peace to the jungle and wrestling tigers and all sorts of things. It's been, quite an adventure following the Phantom, all these years. Secondly, I've loved the collectability to the comics. I've been a huge comic collector. I've been a big comic art collector. Everything from Australian Phantom comics to comics around the world. I think we're very lucky that in one way the Phantom hasn't hit that mainstream sort of character popularity like Batman and like Superman, where we can still afford to buy a lot of these sort of moderate to golden age comics. So that's what I like about it. I think even sort of looking behind me as well, comics from around the world, love that we've got printing history through countries here, Papua New Guinea, we've got obviously vintage, Women's Mirror, Phantoms, New Zealand, and I've got behind me Fiji as well. So I love the history. I love, holding things in my hands that are historic, that have got quite a story to tell. That's my interest and my love of the Phantom. There's a lot more, honestly, but this is the main sort of interests of mine. Thank you very much for listening.
G'day, Jermaine from Chronicle Chamber. Things that I enjoy the most about the Phantom. Love the community of fans from around the world, be able to create friendships from, Scandinavia, US, Brazil, all around Australia, India, all these places. It's such a highlight because it enables you to be able to create friends and be able to do swaps and stuff like that. So that is one of the things that I love about the Phantom. I love the generational element of it. One of the things that connected me with the Phantom was with my stepdad. It was one of the few things that we actually connected on when he became a stepdad. So that is very Phantom-like, where you've got the Phantom passing the mantle from generation to generation. And I love hearing stories where collectors and collections and the interest of the Phantom has also been passed from one generation to the other generation. The huge variety of the creators, whether it's, you know, like Cy Barry, whether it's, you know, creators and artists from all around Australia, you know, Sweden, the influx from, you know, like from South America and stuff like that as well. There's such a wide variety of different creators and artists as well, which I come from an art, from a creative background with my family and stuff like that. So be able to see different creations, different depictions of how they depict and interpret the Phantoms also something that has interested me greatly as well. And the legacy of 90 years, you know, that's a huge legacy, having that imprint as the first Phantom, you know, as the first superhero as well. So yeah, there's a lot of things that I really enjoy about the Phantom as well. But probably the fan community will be probably the biggest one.
Hi, friends of the Phantom Cave. I'm Juan Moreno Roselot, stepson of the Phantom artist Cesar Espadari. I was asked, what are my favorite things about the Phantom in these 90 years? Well, trying to summarize so as not to bore you, I think what I like most about the Phantom is being one of the first superheroes, being an ordinary human without superpowers but with a great cunning and strength. Also, I like his values such as protecting the helpless and the nature, fighting against any form of piracy, etc. Moving on to the graphic aspect, I like his versatility. It's evident in the work of the early artists like Moore, McCoy, and the Master C. Barry, and in the reinterpretation achieved by the team Phantomen with the artists such as Spadari, Lindahl, Lepapen, and Mitton. They managed to shift the focus away from the more traditional vision of the American comic book artist by adapting it to different periods and having the Phantom participate in historical events and interact with figures like Abraham Lincoln and Edgar Allan Poe, to name just a few. Well, my friends, I send my greeting from Argentina and wish you another 90 years of the Phantom who walk. Bye-bye from Buenos Aires.
My favorite thing about drawing the Phantom is being part of a tradition of that 90-year-old character. It's an honor to carry on a classic comic strip like that.